There is something I have wanted to say for a long time, something I have carried in my heart for years. And today I want to share it with you, not as a lecture, not as advice from a stranger, but as a quiet conversation, the kind you have on a porch in the evening when the sun is going down and there is nowhere else to be. My name does not matter. What matters is that I am 90 years old, and I have lived long enough to understand what truly counts in this short, beautiful, painful, wonderful life. I've sat beside people who were dying. I've held the hands of men and women who had everything the world calls success: money, homes, careers, titles, and watched them weep, not over what they lost, but over what they never did, over words they never said, over people they let walk away, over mornings they wasted being angry at things that no longer exist. And today I want to talk to you about the biggest regret that comes after 70. Not because I want to make you sad, but because you still have time. And that is the most important thing I will say today. You still have time. So please sit with me for a few minutes. Let us talk honestly the way old friends do. The first regret, and this one is very common, is this. People regret that they spent so many years living for the approval of others. Think about how many decisions you made in your life based on what someone else would think. What job you took, what clothes you wore, whether you spoke up or stayed silent. How many times did you say yes when every part of you wanted to say no? How many dreams did you quietly set aside because someone, a parent, a spouse, a neighbor, a voice in your own head, told you it was not practical? I did this too. I spent the first 40 years of my life trying to be the person everyone expected me to be: a good son, a responsible man, a steady worker, a quiet neighbor. And those are not bad things. Please do not misunderstand me. But somewhere inside all of that, I forgot to ask myself one simple question. What do I actually want? It sounds selfish, I know. But here is the truth I wish someone had told me when I was your age. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot love others fully if you have never allowed yourself to be fully you. The happiest people I have known in my long life were not the richest. They were not the most successful. They were the ones who were honest about who they were, who made peace with their own story, who stopped performing and started living. If there is something in your heart that you have always wanted to do, a place you wanted to visit, a skill you wanted to learn, a truth you wanted to speak, please do not wait any longer. The world does not need another version of what everyone else expects. It needs the real you. The second regret is about the body. So many people tell me near the end of their lives that they wish they had taken better care of themselves, not in a vain way, not to look younger or impress anyone, but simply to feel good, to move freely, to be present without pain. We treat our cars better than we treat our bodies sometimes. We change the oil, we check the tires, we fill the tank, but we ignore the aches. We push through the fatigue. We eat whatever is convenient and tell ourselves we will be more careful next week. My friend, next week has a way of becoming next year, and next year has a way of becoming too late. I am not saying this to frighten you. I am saying it because I have watched strong, vital people become frail almost overnight, simply because they ignored the small signs for too long. The good news is that it is never too late to begin. A short walk each morning, a glass of water instead of something sugary. Sleep. Real, deep, unhurried sleep. Time outside in the fresh air and the sunlight. These are not complicated things. They do not cost money, but they add years to your life. And more importantly, they add life to your years. If your body is giving you signals right now. Please listen. Go see your doctor. Ask the questions you have been avoiding. You deserve to feel well. Your family needs you to feel well. Do not treat your health like something you can negotiate with later. Later is a word that has stolen more lives than any illness ever has. The third regret, and this one is the one that brings the most tears, is the relationships we let fall apart. I have seen it so many times. A father and a son who stopped speaking over money. Two sisters who spent 30 years angry over something that happened at a family gathering. Old friends who drifted apart simply because no one made the first phone call. Pride is a quiet thief. It does not break down your door. It just sits in the corner of your heart, growing a little every day, until one morning you realize that years have passed and the person you loved is either gone or a stranger. I almost lost my son this way. We had a terrible argument when he was in his 30s. I was stubborn. He was stubborn. We were too much alike, I think. And we did not speak for almost 2 years. 2 years. I can still feel the weight of those years, every holiday, every Sunday, every time the phone rang and I hoped it was him. And I kept waiting for him to call first, because I was his father, because I was older, because I was right. But here is what I finally understood. Being right means nothing if it costs you the person you love. I picked up the phone one night. My hands were shaking. My pride was fighting me every second. And when he answered, when I heard his voice, I realized something. He was waiting too. He had been waiting the whole time. Please, if there is someone in your life right now that you have been distant from, a child, a sibling, an old friend, do not wait for them to call first. Be the one who reaches out. Swallow the pride. Make the call. Life is too short and too fragile to spend it waiting for the right moment that may never come. The fourth regret is about joy, not happiness. Happiness is something that comes and goes. I mean joy, the deep, quiet, everyday kind. The kind you find in a cup of tea in the morning, in the sound of rain on the roof, in a grandchild laughing at something silly, in a good book on a quiet afternoon. So many people I have known spent their whole lives rushing, working, worrying, planning, preparing, always getting ready for the life they were going to live one day, and one day never quite arrived. We forget that this moment, right now, is already the life. This is not the waiting room, this is the real thing. I want to ask you something gently. When was the last time you did something simply because it brought you joy? Not because it was useful, not because someone needed it, just because it made you feel alive and happy and like yourself. If you cannot remember, that is a sign. That is your heart telling you something important. Please make room for joy, not someday, not when things calm down. Now, this week, today, go for a walk somewhere beautiful. Cook a meal you love. Listen to music that moves you. Call someone who always makes you laugh. Sit outside and watch the birds. These things are not luxuries. They are medicine. And they are freely available to all of us, every single day, if we only choose to reach for them. The fifth regret, and perhaps the deepest one, is the things people never said. 3 words, sometimes 4. I love you, I forgive you, I'm sorry, I am proud of you. These sentences take less than 2 seconds to speak, and yet people carry them unsaid for decades. They're heavy things, these unspoken words. They weigh more than you would think. I have sat beside people who were breathing their last breaths, and the thing they wanted most in that moment was not a doctor or a medication or more time. It was for someone to hear what was in their heart. Please do not wait for a perfect moment to say the things you feel. There is no perfect moment. There is only this one. Tell the people you love that you love them, not just on birthdays and holidays. Say it on ordinary Tuesdays, on quiet evenings, for no reason at all except that it is true. Forgive the people who hurt you, not for their sake, for yours. Forgiveness is not saying that what happened was acceptable. It is saying that you refuse to let it keep stealing your peace and apologize when you need to. A real apology, a humble one. Without conditions or explanations, just, I was wrong, I'm sorry, I love you. Those words can heal wounds that have been open for years. I have seen it happen. It is one of the most beautiful things I have ever witnessed. Before I close, I want to say one more thing. Getting older is not a tragedy. I know the world sometimes makes it feel that way. The world celebrates youth. It worships speed and energy and newness. But I will tell you what I know after 90 years. There is a kind of wisdom that only comes with age, a gentleness, a patience, a depth, the ability to sit with silence without being afraid of it, the knowledge of what truly matters and what does not, the capacity to love without needing anything in return. These are not small things, these are rare and precious gifts, and they belong to you. Do not let anyone make you feel invisible because of your age. You carry more inside you than most young people can even imagine. Your stories matter. Your presence matters. Your love matters. And you still have so much left to give. So let me leave you with this. Go home today, or maybe you are already home, and do one thing. Just one small thing that your heart has been asking you to do. Make that phone call, take that walk, say that word, sit in the garden, eat something you love, rest without guilt. Because the years are going to pass whether you live them or not. The question is simply, what will you do with the time you have left? I believe in you. I believe that whatever you have been through, whatever mistakes you have made, whatever regrets you carry, there is still something good and true and beautiful ahead of you. Life does not stop offering gifts just because we are older. It simply offers different ones, quieter ones, deeper ones. If you have the eyes to see them, take care of yourself, my friend. You are more loved than you know, and you matter more than you realize. That is all I wanted to say. Thank you for listening.